years after the Supreme Court judgment in the 2G scam, Centre moved top court seeking modification of the spectrum allocation mode order. The Centre sought modification of the verdict so that the assignment of spectrum through an administrative process may be undertaken if it is in pursuit of governmental functions. And we're telling you that the hearing is going to take place today. In fact, the hearing is in the top court. Supreme Court is likely to deliver its verdict today. Centre seeks modification of the verdict. Their argument is that the spectrum may be used for government function. Harish is joining us with more details. Harish, modification is what the Centre has sought, and the Supreme Court will be giving its verdict on this today.
No, in fact, there won't be any verdict today. In fact, the Centre had, in fact, day before yesterday, sought an urgent hearing of this application. So it has not been listed yet. It's suspected that the matter might get listed next Monday. The Attorney General R. Venkatramani has said that the matter requires an urgent hearing. And as you rightly said, Centre had moved to Supreme Court seeking to reverse the process of spectrum allocation to allow resources to be allocated by an administrative process by the executive instead of the process of auction as directed by the Supreme Court. Centre has approached Supreme Court seeking modification, offering or alienating the country's natural resources. Centre justifies that modification of the judgment is needed as the assignment of spectrum is required not only for commercial telecommunication services but also for non-commercial use for the discharge of sovereign and public interests of functions such as security, safety, disaster preparedness, and in its application stresses that to achieve objects of national security, safety, and disaster preparedness, as well as enabling the Union of India to undertake dynamic decisions as may be required to realize the full potential of telecommunications to best observe the common good. The plea also says that there is an urgent requirement of this court to clarify that in the situations specified under Para 12, 13, and 14 and other similar circumstances, the assignment of spectrum through administrative process may be undertaken, if so determined through due process in accordance with law, if such assignment is in pursuit of government functions or public interest or requires, or auction may not be preferred due to technical or economic reasons. So now we have to wait and watch what will be the stand of the Supreme Court and whether the Centre will get an urgent hearing or not.
All right. Thank you very much, Harish, for getting us the details. Well, in its 2012 judgment, the Apex Court had said when it comes to alienation of scarce natural resources like spectrum, etc., it is the burden of the state to ensure that a non-discriminatory method is adopted for distribution and alienation, which would necessarily result in protection of public interest. The top court said in its view, a duly publicized auction conducted fairly and impartially was perhaps the best method for discharging this burden. Meanwhile, opposition has trained its guns at the Centre over its move. Shiv Sena MP Priyanka Chaturvedi said calling 2G a scam was actually the biggest scam led by the then CAG to get BJP into power. With that, we're slipping into a short break. News and updates.